Hey there, superstars. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And I'm coming to you again from a super hot day here in Melbourne. And I have a message that is deeply inspiring to me and very much in alignment with the personal work that I'm doing in my life right now. And I can't wait to dive into this one with you guys. It might turn a little bit fiery, I don't know. I'm super pumped up and passionate about this subject right now. And what I want to talk to you guys about today is the fact that the time has come to define and pursue a life worth living. Okay, and I really want to dive into some quality questions that you guys could be asking yourself right now to make a shift into exactly what we're talking about, defining and pursuing a life worth living. And the reason why I wanted to dive into this with you guys today is because, like I mentioned just yesterday, I have been doing the Future Authoring course from Jordan Peterson, and I've been really taking my time out on this, just an online process which has been asking me, really quality questions. And what I've been doing is taking extra time to really answer these kind of questions. And it has given me immense clarity and direction and purpose and confidence and self-belief and all these great things. So I want to instill some of it into you guys. And I want today's message to kind of be just like that wake-up call to go, all right, like, what am I actually doing here? Like, if you are currently in your life and you're just like kind of just going with the punches, you're just kind of rolling with what is, and maybe you're getting distracted, maybe you're like, taking a lot of time out and not really feeling very motivated or inspired, and that's okay. We need that downtime in our lives, but you and I both know, when it is like going beyond that, and it's actually because you have a lot of self-doubt, maybe you're being highly critical of yourself and it's diminishing all your energy. Innately when you are either taking time out that's healthy, or you're just in distraction mode because you don't know where to go and you're not doing the right things to actually get your life back on track and get into action and overcome those fears and stop the energy drain that is. So the reason why, what's been super powerful in my life over these last couple of days has just been the more and more time I've put into getting clear on actually what I want and getting clear on one thing that I want to share with you guys today. It's just taken my action, taking my energy, my self-belief, and my level of commitment to my ideal future to a whole nother level. And that's why I wanted to share this with you guys today. But the very first question I want to ask you guys, and if you just don't ask yourself anything else, but you definitely ask yourself this one question, and you spend the time to introspect and to actually come up with a genuine, truthful, authentic answer for yourself, and you follow through on taking action in that direction, I guarantee you are going to revolutionize your life. You're going to start to get clarity on defining and pursuing a life worth living that is unique to you. That one question is, what is one thing that you could be doing better in your life? And if you just did this one thing, if you just focused on shifting or changing this one thing, that would act like a domino effect in all other areas of your life. For me personally, I answered this question for myself yesterday. And I really dove into this. I really took the time out to question that. And after brainstorming for a few minutes and just getting whatever out, the same thing just kept coming up over and over again. And it may very well be the same for you. So as you guys know, I've kind of felt like for the last few months, there's just been something not quite right, something missing. And I've gone on this journey and this search, and I've traveled overseas, and I did a 10-day silent meditation retreat, and I've been really trying to take the time out to just navigate what's going on for me and what's getting in the way of me taking things to the next level. And ultimately what I found by answering the question, what one thing could I be doing better, it was to believe in myself. All right, so this is why I do the work that I do. It's exactly why my number one focus when I am working with anybody is to help them up level their belief in themselves. Because when you believe in yourself, you get out of your own way and you actually start pursuing a life of true meaning. And so it felt like just weird to me that would be the number one thing that was coming up for me. If I could just change and focus on changing one thing, and what could I be doing better, it would be to believe in myself. And when I identified that, I was able to see if I just started to believe in myself at a higher level, I wouldn't be getting caught up in the distraction. When I believe in myself, the distractions, they just don't entice me whatsoever. I don't get caught up in procrastination. I don't get distracted by the shiny objects. I don't answer every call that comes through. I actually value my time and I'm action taking in that time, right? So I could see that the habits that I may want to change or shift or focus on, like maybe distraction, maybe procrastination, and maybe not enough action taking in my mind, I could see that if I just focused on becoming better at believing in myself, those things would just disappear naturally. But I also recognized that in order to believe in myself more, there's a number of things I have to do. The number one, the fastest strategy for believing in yourself more is always going to be to take action and generate results that prove to yourself that you should believe in yourself. All right, that's always going to be the number one. But I was faced with this dilemma of, okay, I need to believe in myself more so I can take more action, right? And then I'm like, okay, but in order to believe in myself, I have to take more action, right? So it's this kind of back and forth. It's like the chicken or the egg, which begin? How do we begin this thing? So what I did was I just got into action in terms of getting the clarity of defining the kind of future that I really am inspired by living. And I also defined my future if I was to not define and pursue what's most meaningful to me. So I literally went to town on taking action in the direction of clarity of vision, right? By asking myself to describe or going through all these different questions, describing my ideal future vision that really inspires me in all areas of my business, my mission, my relationships, my friendships, my family life, my health, my vibrancy, everything. And then I coupled that with then focusing on if I was to just sit here, lacking self-belief, not taking action, getting caught up in distraction, not defining and pursuing a life worth living, not that's meaningful to me, then I could absolutely go to town with the most terrible outcome I could possibly imagine in 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5, 10 years from now. And I actually got to the point of realizing that I would more likely want to even take my own life than live a meaningless, burdensome life on the lives of the people that are closest to me. And it was, sometimes, some of us are more inspired by, pleasurable outcomes. Some of us are more inspired by getting a bit of a pain hit. I like to think we need both, so go to town with that pleasurable outcome and also that painful outcome if you don't get into action and you don't, make a move on getting clarity on and defining and pursuing a life worth living for you. And it all starts with asking yourself that one question: what is one thing that I could be doing better? And I don't know what it is for you. I know I've worked with a lot of people at this stage, and I can definitely see the theme that came up for me, which was believing in myself more. Because with self-belief, you will define and you will pursue a life that is uniquely inspiring and really driving for you. And without that self-belief, what's the point? What's the point in spending that energy to define and pursue something that you don't actually believe you can ever achieve, right? So self-belief, in my book, is probably going to be massive for you, but you absolutely might have something there that is more empowering to you. Maybe you have a lot of self-belief, but there's something else that you could absolutely be doing better, and it would project you into the future of your ideal vision and ultimately your highest potential and what you're really capable of. And I really want to mention this because I truly believe, and test me out if you think, test this out within your own self, but I really do believe that each and every one of us has this innate knowing of when we are selling ourselves short, when we are not truly living to our highest potential, when we are not tapping into that genius that is within each and every one of us. It's exactly why my mission in this world is, and I'm getting even more clear on it, and I'm super excited what's going to be launching over this next couple of months, but it's ultimately to help you to discover, develop, and deliver your unique genius. There is nothing that inspires me beyond that. And so that's why I'm going about the process right now to get out of my own way and to develop exactly what I feel could help project you towards living your most fulfilled life, and identifying that unique genius so that you can ultimately have a framework that shows you, hey, this is you. This is the pathway and the framework to become your unique best self, to discover and deliver your unique genius, to be of highest contribution and to grow yourself to maximum capacity. There is nothing more fulfilling, and that is your purpose and for your existence here on earth. And I hope that I get the pleasure of connecting with you one day and get to help you do just that. I really want to check in with you guys and see who's been able to join me on my bit of a rant today, because I'm super passionate and I've been diving deep in my own personal realm. So really want to check in with you guys. Make sure that you're saying hi and connecting and sharing any words of wisdom that you have to share with our brilliant community. I'd love to connect with you now. And for any of you guys who aren't currently part of the monthly masterclasses in the Limitless Potential Academy, what are you doing? You've got to join us. There is a stack of amazing masterclasses all there in your membership site, whole library full of taking you to your next level, all structured out and systemized so that you can ultimately fast track your success. And also, I'm really pumped and excited. I've been waiting the whole time I've been delivering these masterclasses to dive in deep to the neuroscience of your personality to help you discover and unlock your unique genius. And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing our next monthly masterclass on the 26th of January on. I can't wait to go deep with you guys on that. So stay tuned, all you superstars already in the masterclasses, and anybody who currently isn't part of the masterclasses, I really invite you to check out the link above for some more info, and definitely hope to connect with you personally at our next live online training. So can't wait. Now I'm checking in with you guys. So I have got Evangelist or Sabia, hello to you, great to have you. And Sarah's here, and Bina, always happy to see you live as well, Bina. And Rajesh, hi Vanessa, all your teachings are motivational. Super grateful to hear that, Rajesh. Thank you so much for showing up and being here. Love that this is of value. And Gregory's here, and Jeremy and Vanessa. Vanessa, I've spent so much time focusing on my relationships and I lose myself. Oh, I hear you. Then I find it hard to decide what I really want because I've been fitting in with everyone else. Okay, Vanessa, I'm so grateful that you are part of the monthly masterclasses, because what I've got in store for you on the 26th is absolutely going to be answering some of these questions for you. So grateful that you're part of the masterclasses. Oh, love you. All right, so I'm going to dive in deep, and throughout that masterclass, I'm going to be getting you guys to answer some questions for me, and I'm going to be able to focus in on your specific questions and ways of being in your life right now, that you're going to just see the pattern. You're going to see how you're wired is determining that frustration and how you're wired to get out of it. So I'll give you a quick taste of that. So what you're describing and why I really resonate with what you've just said there, Vanessa, is ultimately a process called nicknamed harmony. So what harmony is about, it's being extroverted feeling. It's so attuned to the emotional environment in the external world of people around it, and it actually re-energizes itself and it gives itself fuel by meeting the emotional needs of other people. The problem here is that we can become detached from how we really feel, and this is coming in the form of losing ourselves in relationship. We're so externally focused that we lose our identity, and I have absolutely been there painfully many times throughout my intimate relationships. So I absolutely know and feel your pain on that one. I have had some major growth, particularly over the last 6 months and over the last year, in terms of absolutely knowing my needs, setting healthy boundaries, and looking after myself based on knowing the neuroscience of my personality. And I can't wait to introduce you to that as well, Vanessa. Hope me just talking in a little bit without even knowing, but not even taking you through a profiling session or anything, but just knowing the bits and pieces that I have gathered up about you over our time knowing each other, Vanessa, and exactly what you've shared there, that would be quite highly true. So I hope that was of value. Can't wait to see you on the 26th. And Stephen's here as well, and Madeline, and Wayan, and Jeremy. That's the message, self-belief and not selling ourselves out. I agree completely. I love that, and definitely love that this is resonating with you, my friend. And yeah, absolutely. You know, if we don't have self-belief, we're constantly seeking that external validation and, like you're saying, selling ourselves out. So absolutely, I believe that it's the foundational piece to succeeding towards our highest potential in all realms. If you don't believe it, you're never going to achieve it. If you don't believe that you can achieve this thing that inspires you, why are you going to spend that effort on defining and pursuing it? You're just not. That's why it's super important and foundational. So love that that's resonating, and great to see you live, Jeremy. And Melissa's here as well. And Jeremy, I'm loving that this is well said for you. Awesome. Great to hear that. And Loki, no, absolutely. I think you're right on the money. I completely agree. Like, the number one human growth and happiness prevention mechanism is insecurity. Yeah, absolutely. It manifests itself in infinite ways, all negative and in a large part learned. I don't believe we are born with insecurity. I can't wait to submit my work packet from the first masterclass. Yay! Like, the analysis is razor sharp, and I'm already having the mind-blowing realizations. Thanks, Vanessa. You're the best, really. Oh, Loki, you are absolutely blowing my mind, making my day and touching my heart. I love how much of an action taker you are. I know you only just joined the masterclasses a couple of days ago. You've already gone through the first masterclass. You're already rocking and rolling and getting massive value from the first assignment. So excited to see your work. Can't wait. And I absolutely resonate with exactly what you are saying. Such words of wisdom as always, Loki. I so appreciate all of your input. And yeah, definitely. You know, I truly believe that as well. You know, our insecurity is learned, right? And it's something that we need to be acutely aware of so that we can overcome. Now, what I'll be sharing with you guys in the next masterclass is going to help you identify that every single personality type has a different version of their insecurity. There's 8 different levels of insecurity, not levels, what should I say? Categories of insecurity, and they show up in very different ways and trip us up if we're unaware of them. But what we can do, and what I'm going to be showing you guys, is how our insecurities can actually become our aspirations. Now, this is going to be super powerful, and I will be using myself as a working example with you guys so that you can really see how this plays out and believe in this system, because mind-blowing. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So thank you so much, Loki. I always appreciate you, my friend. And Abhishek is here, and Julie and Vanessa, thank you so much. Can't wait for the masterclass. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you there. Super pumped to share this one. It is where my absolute deepest passion lays. So prepared to get all my passion laid out at you guys. And yes, I cannot wait to connect with you personally. Love getting to connect with you guys and see you on video. Oh, love it, love it, love it. So guys, that really is my message for all of you guys today. I really hope that today's message has been just maybe a little bit of a wake-up call to go, all right, like, am I just living in distraction? Am I not believing in myself? So I'm just getting caught up with things that aren't valuable. I'm not valuing my time. I'm definitely not taking that time and energy and effort to define and pursue a life worth living. And I can project into the future and see where this is going, and it ain't where I want to go. All right. Clarity is power, as our favorite man, Tony Robbins, would say. And Stephen, without trying to sound religious, the kingdom of heaven is within. We are only seeing the tip of the iceberg as it applies to our potentials. I love that, Stephen. I absolutely love how you've articulated that. I couldn't agree more. You know, that is why all the work that I do is to help people go within, get those answers, get those authentic answers, those authentically inspired answers, because from that place is where we actually get beyond just the tip of the iceberg and go deep into our genius and be able to contribute our unique gifts. So I love how you've said that, Stephen. Not sounding too religious at all. Good work. All right, so guys, that is the end for me. I am absolutely, as always, sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, extraordinary. You're doing something super empowering. Today's message has definitely served you, and I really hope to see you guys all in the masterclasses. Link is up above. Can't wait to meet you and go super deep. And hey to Deanne, I hope you catch the recording, get a ton of value from today's message. I also sent you an email earlier, so check it out. All right, sending you guys much love, and I'll see you tomorrow.